Good afternoon from BMW and Porsche of Ocala. I'm Scotty, one of the BMW and Porsche product pros over here. And today we're going to be taking an in-depth look at this absolutely beautifully spec'd 2022 BMW 750i. Now this 750i is going to be powered by an incredibly potent power plant, a 4.4 liter twin turbocharged V8 that generates an incredible 523 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque. The true definition of a sleeper car. No one would expect this car to make that kind of power figure, and then combine that with the intelligent all-wheel drive system that this car has is going to make this thing launch like crazy, of course, from a stop, while also maintaining a nice level of traction during rainy conditions, or of course any other conditions that would normally warrant, of course, a loss of traction there. But this thing is absolutely amazing looking. Of course, in 2020, the 7 Series saw a beautiful facelift. 2021, and of course we got the single-piece taillight design. It even has a design that it does a little light show back over here whenever you turn on the car at nighttime. Really cool. So you get that single bar design, a redesigned rear bumper, even a redesigned front quarter panel over here. The little grille right over here is much larger. We're also going to be accented with these beautiful 20-inch alloy wheels with front and rear disc brakes. Very nice looking. My personal favorite part is the front end change. Now, they made the hood much more aggressive, these more aggressive sculpted lines on there. You see the creases that flow all the way through. Absolutely beautiful. And then they changed the front end headlights and, of course, this little portion right over here, which I think is just absolutely beautiful. Redirects air around the wheel well. You can see light on the other side of that. So it is a functional vent. And then, of course, those feed actually into coolers as well. So those are fully functional vents. Very nice looking, of course, very regal front end. The exterior of this car is also going to be finished in dark graphite metallic, a very deep, aggressive gray. Also hides dirt nicely, easy to maintain, looks absolutely gorgeous as well, especially with the nice bits of contrast with the brushed aluminum and chrome accenting throughout the cars. We're also going to have these gorgeous LED headlights, of course, even that nice white light at nighttime. Very good looking, and they can turn up to 15 degrees either direction as you're heading along a dark country road. So great visibility on these cars. Very nice stuff. Now, there's going to be a lot of options we're actually able to see from the front of the car, such as this little camera right over here. Now, when you see that front camera, that means if I come over here to either mirror, we'll see another camera right over there, right underneath the little wing right over there. And check out that piece right there. I think that's a beautiful flowing line. Of course, that then combine that camera with the one in the rear, of course, that's standard on the car, means you're going to have a top-down view when parking the car. It also allows the car to parallel and reverse park itself in the parking places. It also has a feature called backup assistant. Now, if you have a crazy driveway, you go over to a friend's house and maybe they don't have the best lighting in their drive or anything like that, all you have to do is pull in. When you're ready to leave, you hit that backup assistant. When you go in reverse, it'll back you out the exact way that you came in. Really cool feature. And of course, with that great visibility, that surround view camera and all those sensors, even including on the sides, of course, right over here, makes almost curbing a wheel almost impossible on the car. Has a rear braking intervention, so if somebody were to run up behind the car, of course, it can automatically brake the car. Also with cross traffic, it does that as well. We even have built-in dash cameras as well. We're going to go ahead and take a little peek at that. It actually combines all 4 mirrors that you can manually record the situation, or you can actually have it automatically do so, of course, in the event of an accident of some kind, of course. Really cool stuff. But let's go ahead and talk about some of the things we're going to notice over here. We are going to have comfort keyless access entry, allowing me to unlock and lock the car without having to pull out the key. Nice little feature over there. We also want to take a look at some of the other goodies. Of course, we have the dark graphite metallic. Since this is a 750i, the Nappa leather interior, which is the softer leather, is standard on this car. And since we have, of course, the executive package, we're also going to have the multi-contour seats, which these are going to have 20 ways of electronic adjustment on the car. Everything from your thigh support, so if you got long legs, it's really nice. Forward, back, height, and tilt of the seat. You can see the base part of that seat tilting. The pitch of your whole back, or independently the pitch of your upper back. And then your headrest height can go up and down as well. Then you're going to have the bolster, which squeezes along the side of your rib cage to hold you in if you're going to be doing some more aggressive driving. But if you go into sport mode, it'll actually squeeze automatically. Then we're going to have four ways of lumbar adjustment as well. So once you get your seat all nice and comfy, well, maybe you could use a nice massage, which this also has, also part of the executive package. Of course, you have a multitude of different massage styles you can choose from. So let's go ahead and take a look at that really quick. So if I give that a little tap, 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 and turn that back on, you can see all the different massages. So we have everything from a hip activation. It gives you a little synopsis of what it's doing. Upper body activation, whole body activation, back massage, shoulder massage, that's my personal favorite, lumbar, upper body exercise, and whole body exercise. So we're going to go ahead and turn on shoulder massage. And then what you can make it even better is, of course, we have heated and ventilated seats for both the front seats. So if you had a long day at work, or you're just tired out, play a little too much golf, your shoulders are a little sore, turn on the heated seats, turn on that shoulder massage, and it'll loosen you right up. It's really nice. And then, but if you're wearing a multiple layers of clothes, maybe it's a little cool that day, you can also turn on the ventilated seats at the same time, so you'll get warm, but you won't get sweaty. So it's a really nice option to have over there. Really cool. We're also going to have, of course, with that Napa leather interior, it actually gets the entire upper door cards and dashboard in that beautiful Napa leather as well. So very nice leather-filled interior. Absolutely gorgeous. We're also going to step back out again, the Harman Kardon 16-speaker 600-watt stereo system with 7-way adjustable amplifier. Now, a lot of people don't even take utilization of that, but of course we offer that when you take delivery of this car, we get everything all set up for you to your own personal preferences for listening style and what you're looking for. We'll have it all set up for you. Then we have this beautiful wood grain trim with a little accent right in the middle. Check that out. I love that little bit of an accent they have over there. It's hard to show up on camera, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. And then right above that, we have an ambient lighting. We can change between a multitude of different colors as well. And that'll even combine with these little etchings. I don't know if you could see that on camera. Those little etchings up in the moonroof. And those will actually reflect the ambient lighting that you have throughout the car. So they actually light up. If you have it set as blue, those little etchings will light up as blue. So really cool things. Let's go ahead and take some of the other goodies that we have. So of course, also part of the executive package is going to be these rear shades. And these are all electronic on the rear. Very nice looking as well. Of course, they extend all the way up and even have the little quarter windows right over here. All electronically controlled right from this point here, or of course here. This is actually going to be for the moonroof. And we'll go ahead and show off the rear legroom back over here. You can see I can literally stretch out my legs, lift them up, and I can just touch the base of the seat. Tons of rear legroom. This is the largest vehicle in BMW's lineup in terms of length. Of course, it's substantially longer than anything else. Of course, we have all the rear climate control. So we have 4-zone climate control, 2 over here, and the other 2 in the front, as we saw there. Very nice stuff. We can even see there's a multitude of different vents, so you don't have to worry about it being a noisy AC system. We even have the limo-style lighting back over here. It's a nice, mild ambient lighting, of course. We can see that sunshade up over here. And I really always like to show off the change in atmosphere back over here. So I'm going to lower down all the shades. We do have a rear shade, part of the camera work over here. You can see that one. But I'm going to close up everything. And you can see just the lighting change in general between the front where everything is open and the back over here. And then I'm going to open everything up all at the same time. And you can just see how much brighter it is back over here. So if you could really change the environment of the car with just a quick press of a couple buttons and you're good to go. Very nice. And you can control all those switches from the front and lock out anybody from doing it from the rear. So very nice. The driver can always remain in control. From there, of course, we do want to keep mentioning some other packages. As we see, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay is all standard in the car. Enhanced USB with Bluetooth means you can have 2 phones fully connected at a time. But let's go ahead and start talking about some of the other things on the inside. A lot of things are standard on this car, such as this beautiful heads-up display. We're going to go ahead and close this door here. Even has soft closed doors. But this heads-up display is much larger than the previous generation, of course, but it's going to show us the speed that we're going, the speed limit of the road that we're on, of course, all of our media, telephone, navigation information, cruise control information, safety information, all pops up over there. It's really a nice little feature. So there's my radio stations. I know it's hard to see on camera right now, but there we go. Very cool. So those are, of course, going to be usability. Then we have the fully digital instrument cluster that does change depending on what driving mode you're in. And we do have a multitude of different drive modes to select from. Sport, Sport Individual, Comfort. The 7 Series and 8 Series are exclusive to have Comfort Plus, which is the cloud setting. If you're going to be going on a bumpy road or you just want to do a long trip, you just need to be nice and comfy, put it in Comfort Plus, you're good to go. And then, of course, we have an Eco Pro mode as well. And you can see the gauges change constantly depending on what mode you're in. Really cool stuff. Fully digital instrument cluster readout, so we have the gas range right over here, the speed limit of the road that we're on, the time, of course, the miles per hour in both an analog and a digital format, what road you're currently on, the driving mode, the gear that you're in, of course, all your media information, and of course, coolant temperature and outside temperature right over there. But then we also have this little guy right over here. Now, if I show that off with another camera, you'll actually see a little bit of a purple effect. Now, what that does is in combination with, of course, our active cruise control functionality. This car has a very good active cruise control system that can speed up and slow down based on cars in front of you, but it can go even further than that. Of course, it does have lane keep assist, which helps maintain your lane composure as you're heading along a highway. It has automatic lane change, so you just give a little tap on the turn signal and it'll do the lane change for you. Really cool stuff. But it has even more than that. If some people don't like active cruise control, well, not many companies I've found allow you to disable it. BMW does. So if I turn this on and hold this, I can actually fully disable it, and you can just have normal cruise control. But we can go even further than that. So in events of traffic jam, and they call this traffic jam assistant, the car can be fully hands-free. You literally sit here, as I'm sitting now, hands off the steering wheel, just paying attention to the road, and the car can go all the way upwards to about 45 miles an hour, entirely hands-free, fully braking, doing the steering adjustments, slowing down, coming to a stop, taking off again, entirely hands-free. And that little camera is what watches you to make sure you're paying attention. Otherwise, it gives you an alert saying, hey, we know you're not paying attention. We need you to take back control. Really cool stuff there. Maybe you don't want to go to that level of extent. You can adjust everything to your own liking. You can also even have it adjust automatically to speed limits of the road that you're on and your GPS information, such as roundabouts and stuff. It's crazy how intelligent this active cruise control can be, or you can keep it to your own personal liking if you wish. We're also going to have automatic high beams, automatic headlights, automatic windshield wipers, 4-zone automatic climate control, everything you expect to find on the car, of course. Nothing that's going to be, of course, sneaking up on you. All of our safety systems are going to be right over here, and we're going to take a look at that. Forward collision mitigation, of course, that's going to be giving you an alert both on pedestrians and other cars, and of course doing brake intervention if needed. It's a 3-stage system. You get a car, a flashing car, an alert, and then braking, and of course it even tightens the seatbelt and everything like that. You had side collision warning, as you can see, above 20 miles an hour if you're merging at the same time as somebody else. Lane departure with or without steering intervention. Active blind spot with or without steering intervention. Once again, all these things are customizable, as you can see. Maybe you like riding tailgates a little bit. You can set that to medium or even late. You can customize this whole car to your own personal liking. That was their plan with this, and it works out very well. Coming back over here to the steering wheel, now that we've drifted away from some of the safety systems there, we're going to have all of our media control right over here, our volume for the radio over here, or we can even do a gesture. Let's see if I can get this puppy. See that? I'm not touching anything. I can go next station, previous station, next station, previous station, next station, previous station. Answer and hang up phone calls. You can do it either from the steering wheel, touch screen, whatever you prefer, or gestures, as you saw. We can also change our media, as we showed off earlier. Of course, using the heads-up display, we can see all that changing right there. And then, of course, the voice commands on this car are what I love to show off. I can use them to control just about everything on the car. Find me the nearest Spanish restaurant.
I found several restaurants. Which one?
And then from there, I can do something such as listen to satellite radio classic vinyl.
You are listening to Channel Classic Vinyl.
And she gave me a little greeting saying, you're now listening to classic vinyl. And it changed over for me. And now I can be listening to some Steely Dan. Very nice. Just as simple as that. This car is so easy to work with those voice commands. It's almost not even fair. But from there, of course, we do have the navigation system as standard. You can have it in the full screen if you wish. Let me go ahead and get it right there. There we go. You can operate it all by voice commands. You can, of course, have this little screen that's also customizable. And you can have multiple pages, just like a cell phone with widgets and whatnot. Media, of course, FM, AM, satellite, Bluetooth audio, Bluetooth telephone, Spotify, if you have a Spotify account that you can just log directly in. Really cool stuff they allow you to do. Telephone, of course, super easy to operate, just as you'd expect it to. 2 phones fully connected at a time. Answer and hang up phone calls. And once again, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. If you have Android, you can receive text messages while driving. Apple CarPlay, you have to with Apple, you have to use Apple CarPlay to get messages while driving. But of course, once again, that's all at your discretion. If you don't want to receive text messages while driving, it's nothing to worry about. back over here to car, we have all of our different settings, vehicle status, trip computers, and everything along the lines like that. And then, of course, the apps is really cool because we have built-in systems such as news, weather reports, stuff like this. So I think it's supposed to be raining later this week, and we can see, looks like Tuesday next week. Looks like we have a pretty high chance of rain, and we can cycle between that 87% chance. Otherwise, it looks like it's going to be a nice weekend. Really cool. And then we mentioned that drive recorder. We can pull this puppy up. Of course, that built-in dash camera. Really cool stuff. But we'll talk about that, of course, maybe in another video, or if you decide to go with this car. Heated steering wheel as well as those heated front seats. Really nice stuff over there. Let's go ahead and pop open the engine bay and take a look at the heart of this car. It's a very subdued V8 too. It's very quiet. It's amazing because you hear this same engine as some of the other cars, very angry growl. And of course it does change its note depending on what driving mode you're in. But we can see, of course, this beautiful 4.4 liter twin turbocharged V8. Charged air coolers right over here to help keep that intake air temperature nice and low. Steady performance even on the hottest of summer days. Twin air intake systems on this car. Very impressive. Almost zero turbo lag. I think all the power, all the torque is available at like 1,450 RPM, almost essentially idle. Very impressive. And of course, with that 8-speed automatic transmission, those gears sit nice and low at highway speed, so it is very quiet. Great on gas mileage, of course, especially on the highway. Very nice. Now we're going to go ahead and show off the trunk. And I do have the key on me. So let's see if I can get this little feature to work right over here. I just give a little kick right there. The taillights flash, and it pops open the trunk for me. So if you have your arms full, you're loading in something big, such as a set of golf clubs, or you're pulling a set of golf clubs out, no problems. You can kick to open, kick to close. It's electronically opening and closing. You can easily fit a set of golf clubs going across, even with the driver. You could fit even another set if you need to go crossways. You can usually, I've been able to see about 3 or 4 sets of golf clubs. So if you're bringing the whole crew along, you can do so without little issue at all. Very nice. Very cool. Now we'll do just a quick little drive around the parking lot, show off some of those safety features. So, such as the camera system. We're going to hit this little button right over here. And this gives us that surround view camera, as we see right over here. I'm trying to get a good zoom in there. We can see all of our automatic parking, parallel and reverse. The backup assistant, as we mentioned before, is right there. We can even change this camera view on the fly. Check this out. So if you're worried about curbing your wheels, you want a rear view, or let the car decide for you, which it will automatically adjust that camera angle for you. And then we even have wide angle variants. So if you have a blind driveway, you just hit another camera button, which is right over here, and that'll give you a wide angle version of the camera. And you can even have that pop up automatically based on location. So if you're going to be pulling out of your driveway all the time and you need that camera to pop up, I can have it do so. No problems at all. Very cool. So from there, of course, we start going along. We can see our front camera. I'm going to reactivate the normal one, and you can see it adjusting like so. Even the little lines that tell you where you're going to end up in a parking space. So I can literally park this car while only looking at the screen. It's really cool. And have it perfectly lined up. And you can see that right in the lines. Nice and easy. Really cool. And then we do also have some other safety systems, such as we have an emergency stop function on the car. Hopefully never has to be used, but God forbid, of course, if the driver becomes incapacitated, the passenger can lift up on this, and it'll apply all 4 brakes at any speed. And of course, bring the car safely to a stop, keep those seatbelts nice in tension, and call your BMW roadside assistance, which is, of course, very similar to a AAA kind of system. Flat tire, run out of gas, any sort of emergency. It'll contact them directly, of course, or in event of an accident, it will contact them automatically, of course. And they'll even know how many people were inside the car at the time of the accident to know how much help that may be needed. They even have some crash information that'll tell them, okay, we can't get an ambulance over there. We need a medical evac. It's a very high-tech system. Very cool. But then we're going to go ahead. I think we can conclude this video. We'll do one more little walk around, of course. Another benefit of this car is the handling dynamic. aerodynamics of it. It's that beautiful balance between luxury and sport. They have a technology called carbon core, which puts carbon fiber reinforcement pieces on the upper portions of the car to help lower that center of gravity and keep that weight nice and low. That really makes this thing drive like a dream. But if you do have any questions about this car, or any other car in our lot for that matter, please feel free to contact us. We're always happy to get all your questions answered and taken care of. Other than that, we look forward to hearing from you soon, and hope you're having a great day. Take care. Bye.